I'm going to, in a minute, invite our first speaker to come and speak to us. This is Douglas Mallet. He's from the United States. Now, Douglas, I really liked this when I read it. He's a systems engineer with the Space Shuttle program, and he's also here representing something called the Venus Project, which I'm very interested to find out more about. Now, this project aims to advance, let me get this right, the social advancement of humanity through science, engineering, and technology. And Douglas is also a space advocacy speaker and author, and he's just written a book, is that right? He's just written a wonderful book, sounds really fascinating, called Turning Point: How Space Exploration and Development Will Determine the Rise and Fall of Humanity. Sorry? Oh, the rise or fall. Yes, thank you very much. That's what's so wonderful about being in a community, that you get a lot of support. So I'm going to invite Douglas to now come up and speak and share with us.
There's two things I'd like to start with to plant some seeds in your head before I continue on to the meat of the discussion. Question the unquestionable and challenge the unchallengeable. History is not made by those who just follow the status quo. They always rise up and challenge what is considered to be the norm of the time. And that is always not easy. So with that in mind, we live in some pretty amazing times right now. But a lot of people don't understand that because you're in it. It's hard to step back and think about the era that you're living in while you're in it. So what I'd like to do, thankfully, to the fantastic tour I had yesterday evening about the history of this house and its meaning, I want you to transport yourself back to 1902 in this house. Think about the way the people lived then, how they conducted their daily lives, how they got around. Now with you, I want you to bring your cell phone. Let's pretend for a moment that the satellites are up there and that the systems are working. And you have a friend, let's say, we'll put them in Houston, Texas, where I live, just for the story's sake. You pull out your cell phone and you make a phone call to somebody almost on the other side of the planet. And you start talking into this device. What do you think the people of 1902 would do or look at you? How do you think they would perceive you? Now let's take a step further. Let's have that conversation out loud and you say, well, I'll be there in about 15 hours or so. In about 15 hours, but first I've got to get on my laptop, I've got to check some email. I just recently found out that a YouTube video was posted of my niece or nephew or cousin kicking an awesome soccer goal, so I want to take a look at that. That looks like it was pretty good. And you're saying all this in front of people in 1902. Now, today, that's normal, right? Back then, how do you think you would be perceived? Now go forward 100 years. How do you think they will perceive us? What kind of advancements, technological innovations, human ingenuity are going to come about that might make us look odd to them? Science, technology, and engineering is the process by which we overcome challenges and difficulties. That's basically what it is. And most people equate that with computers and things of that nature. But to be honest, isn't the hammer an innovation of science and technology? Instead of using a rock, you use a hammer. You invent something that's more efficient, sustainable, better for the time. Sustainability, of course, is the key focus of the conference right now. There's another word that goes with sustainability that should be considered, and that is abundance. If you do not have abundance, you have deficiencies. You have holes in your systems. When you have a hole in the system or a deficiency, inevitably you get a hole or a deficiency in humanity. We've seen throughout history how those holes manifest, usually through conflict, subjugation, stratification, those who have, those who have not. But through abundance, you achieve sustainability. For the first time in human history, we are capable of producing abundance of all biological needs and quality of life needs through the advent of technology without the need for human labor. I want you to think about that for a moment. The ability to provide everything you need to live and live well without the need for human labor. Computers, robotics, automation, advanced technical systems that can process trillions of bits of information. The entire, I know you all are very smart, the entire room combined could not accomplish what a single computer can do as far as information processing is concerned. We have invented these tools to use them for our own benefit, but we're not really doing that. So what I'm going to talk about later on this afternoon is I'm going to go through a systematic breakdown of all of the biological, all of the social, all of the quality of life needs that typical humans need in order to show you all of the technical capabilities that can produce those in abundance. It's very important to understand that no time in human history has this ever been possible. Any ideas that you may have of human nature, how people behave, all of those historical contexts are valid prior to our current capability. Never before have we been able to do what I'm going to discuss this afternoon. And I look forward